Hello everyone, welcome to our Facebook Live. I'm Nazmul Sakif, Global Operations Manager of TCL Global. Today we have very special guest. I want to mention that really very special guest for us is Ajat Rahman, Regional Advisor from Bangladesh region of Cardiff Metropolitan University. Thank you Ajat Bhai for joining with us.
Thank you, Mr. Sakib Bhai, and for inviting me here as a guest. And I feel really proud to be here today. So, my name is Azad Rahman. I am a regional advisor for Bangladesh at Cardiff Metropolitan University. And today we'll discuss regarding our academic requirements, our fees, our facilities, and scholarship policies, all details, accommodation facilities, all details. So please, viewer, stay with us at the end of the session, and if you have any questions, then you can ask at the end of the session. So first of all, we'll see a short video for our university. So please stay with us.
Ajat Bhai, I think video is not showing in the display.
ভিডিও কি দেখা যাচ্ছে?
It is not showing in display.
Okay. So maybe something wrong. So let me check. So video দেখা যাচ্ছে না, right? So maybe there's some technical problem, so we can continue.
Yeah, we can try later on, I think.
Later on, we'll try to show our videos.
So Ajay, would you please give us a short intro about the Cardiff Metropolitan University, this location, and about the university? A short intro.
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Mr. Sakib, and a special thanks to TCL Global again. So, Cardiff Metropolitan University is a public university, and it's situated in the heart of Cardiff City, the capital city of Wales. And 1865, the university was established first time, and 1992, this university got at a university status first time. And currently, Cardiff Metropolitan University has 3 campuses within the 3-kilometer radius of central Cardiff area, and including the facilities with the famous indoor National Stadium Athletic Center, the National Lawn Tennis Association, and swimming complex as well, the student union, bar, the cafes, etc. So now I will mention some vital point or some good point why student will choose Cardiff Metropolitan University. So Cardiff Met is one of the top-ranked modern university in UK by all major league tables, and ranked top university in the UK for international student support for a consecutive 6 times in a row. And we have lots of accredited courses. We'll mention later that one, and it has a silver teaching excellence framework rating and QAA rating as well. And another most important thing is that the low cost of living, as Cardiff is the most cost-effective student city in the UK, and that is certified by NatWest Student Living 2019. And we have excellent link with more than 5,000 industry and great option for internship for our students. So, and another good point is like more than 6% of our graduate entering for employment after their graduation of 6 months, or they are going for entry to new courses or further study. And this is the highest number in Wales among all universities. So we have a world-class facilities with modern campuses, as well as capital city. Cardiff is one of the best places to live in UK, with cosmopolitan and multicultural environments with the students from over more than 140 countries. So these are the basic facilities or information that why student will choose Cardiff Met.
Okay, thanks, Rajat bhai. So, for the viewers, I want to say that who didn't join yet now, please join with us right now with the session with Cardiff Metropolitan University. This Rajat Rahman is here. For any information, you can mention the comment in your comment box, or you can contact with the number and the email address that is showing in your scroll of our screen. So please stay tuned with us and stay learned about Cardiff Metropolitan University. So Ajay bhai, so we know that very difficult times now going on for COVID-19.
Yes.
So actually don't know what will happen for September 19 intake, September 20 intake. Nobody knows anything. So in this moment, for the running students, what's the planning for the Cardiff Metropolitan University?
So thank you. And currently we are going through pandemic situation by COVID-19, and not only in UK or Bangladesh, the whole world is suffering in this situation. So we are hoping this pandemic situation will be normal before August or before that, and our students can continue their session on time. At the moment, we don't have a actual plan to cancel the September 2020 session. Still, we are deciding that with September 2020 intake will start one time. But in case if not possible to start one time, then maybe we can delay 1 month. And still that time students are not able to travel in our university or UK, then we'll run in online courses. Students can join online primarily. After that, they can apply for visa and join our course one time on campus.
Yeah, so Ajay bhai, in this case, I have one question that I want to know. That you know that for high-risk country like Bangladesh, if they start their courses online in September, so in anyhow, when the face-to-face class will be started from January, that time if anyhow that visa will be rejected, then what will be the issue?
So there will be some good policy. We don't know the actual policy yet, but the visa immigration department, they already aware about that and they permitted these issues. So I think there will be no issues regarding their visas if their fund is available there and cash letter is okay. I think, and they able to giving their interview positively. So I don't think so. There will be an issue for visa, because universities and the visa department or immigration, they are well known about this situation and all they are permitted for that.
So Ajay bhai, I want to say that if anyhow the student needs the September intake, then definitely there's hope for the student for the January intake, and especially we know that for Cardiff Metropolitan University there are lots of courses for January intake. So do you please tell our viewers that what courses is available for January intake?
So mainly, normally we were running some few master's courses for January only, and top-up courses and the foundation from January. But in case we miss this September session, then obviously we'll run most of our master's courses in January. We don't know yet what will be for bachelor, because it will be shorter year if we run on January for bachelor. It's still on discussion with the management team. But we can hope most of our master's courses will be run on January. But at the moment, we are running a few courses for January that I can mention here. Just give me a second. So mainly we are running a MBA course and MSc Advanced Computer Science course, MSc Data Science, MSc Information Technology Management, MSc Technology Project Management, MSc Food Science and Technology, MSc International Hospitality and Tourism Management, MSc Event Project Management. These courses are currently we are running on January, and all these courses are coming with the internship or placement year.
Oh, that's great. Would you please mention for at least 3 4 subject that is with placement here?
So currently we have, I mentioned that subject, all these are only the options for placement years, and another two courses we have with comes with 2 years, but not with the placement year. That is like MSc Applied Public Health and MSc Occupational Health Safety and Wellbeing. These two courses are very, very popular in terms of Bangladesh market because doctors or health professionals, they are looking for this course. So we have this course, the duration is 2 years, but first year it will be only taught courses, and second year it will be research project only. So student will have opportunity to research 1 year with our dedicated research team or PhD research team supervisor. So they will not get any sort of internship opportunity for that, but obviously 1 year research. And the another vital point is that we are the only university we are providing these two courses with research facilities in UK, and
That's
the
really good.
tuition fees for these two courses will be only 1 year tuition fees, but course will be 2 years. So there will be huge opportunity for students. They will pay only 1 year tuition fees and they will get 2 years education in UK.
Okay, so Ajay bhai, I want to ask about one thing about the professional course. I know that for professional course there is some special requirement. So would you please explain that for this professional course, is there any special requirement?
Not actually. For all our master's courses, we don't ask for any sort of experience or previous background. So fresh graduate, fresher, they can apply directly. Only one option we have is
Viewers, I think there's just some technical problem. So let's wait for Mr. Ajit Rahman. And so viewers, you know that today with us, Cardiff Metropolitan University, the regional advisor is Ajit Rahman. So viewers, if you have any question, please comment us in our comment box. And you know that we have physical office in Dhanmondi and Sylhet. So if you want to visit our office, you can visit after lockdown. So please don't visit before lockdown situation. And if you have any virtual counseling needs, any queries, you can contact with the phone number that is showing in our scroll, and you can send your documents in our email address admissions@talibconsultancy.co.uk. So viewers, stay tuned. There's some technical problem. We're really apologizing for this situation. We're trying to connect with Mr. Ajat Rahman. Just stay tuned with us. So viewers, in the meantime, got lots of comments. So we want to, I think Ajat bhai is add with us.
yes, there was some technical problem. Actually,
Yeah, yeah,
sorry guys.
listen, and so Ajat bhai,
Not a
you're
second.
telling about that the professional course, there is experience. There's no express need for the professional courses. So
Yes.
one of our viewers asking a question, Mohammad Zahirul Amin. What about MBA courses? Is there any experience required for MBA?
So normally our MBA courses, student can come from any background or any courses they completed before. Our MBA courses requirement is quite flexible. We don't need any sort of experience for our MBA, and fresher graduate anyone can apply with the bachelor CGPA 2.5 out of 4, and the IELTS requirement is overall 6, not below 5.5 in each band. So these are the basic requirement for our MBA.
I think that's really very flexible compared to other university for the MBA program student. So what is the tuition fees for this MBA program?
So our MBA program tuition fees is 14,000, and that is altogether. And if anyone wants placement year, then there will be a little fees for placement if they got the placement. That is 1,800 pounds.
Okay, that's it. So for a scholarship, you know that for bouncy student, that's very crucial things about a scholarship. So would you please specify something that what kind of scholarship are offering by Cardiff Metropolitan University?
So I'm telling scholarship and fees together that viewers can understand well. Our tuition fees is currently our tuition fees is our foundation. We do foundation. Our direct foundation we have. Our foundation fees is 1 year, that is 9,250 pounds for our foundation year, and bachelor fees is flat for all courses. It's 12,500 pounds per year bachelor courses, and our master's courses, normal master's courses, is 13,500 for our master's courses. But for MBA, our fees is 14,000 only. So our scholarship, we have a very good scholarship for our Bangladeshi or South Asian students. That is for foundation, we are offering a 1,200 pound scholarship, and it's fixed for Bangladeshi or any South Asian student. They got whoever will get the offer, they will get this scholarship. So their tuition fees then will be very cheaper. I can say it's 8,050 pound only. So I can say it's compared to other private providers and other university, almost 50% the
Yeah,
foundation fees
definitely.
it
Yeah.
will be. And our bachelor scholarship, it's altogether student will get 3,600 scholarship over 3 years. So each year student will get 1,200 pound scholarship for our bachelor program. And masters, we have two types of scholarship. First is vice chancellor scholarship, and second is international merit scholarship. So our vice chancellor scholarship is 1,500. Whoever got the offer, they will get obviously this offer 1,500 pound, and those students will have a CGPA 3 or more in their bachelor courses or bachelor degrees. They will get the international merit scholarship, which is 3,000 pounds. So we have very like a good options for scholarship, and if student got the merit scholarship 3,000, then their tuition fees will be altogether 10,500, or for MBA it will be 11,000. So I can say it's very cheap compared to other like universities in UK.
Yeah, definitely. So in this scenario, we can see that there's two types of scholarship we're providing, some general scholarship, and in the meantime, we're providing some merit scholarship also for the merit students. So that's really great for them. So Ajit bhai, we want to know that about the entry requirement. We know that that is the basic thing that viewers wants to know. For the foundation, UG, and masters, what is the basic entry requirement?
So our entry requirement as well are very flexible and minimum as like tuition fees. So our foundation, I'm starting from foundation. Our foundation entry requirement is we need GPA 3 in higher secondary certificate HSC, GPA 3, or we need a 5 GCSE minimum C, and with one A level scores or two AS scores to qualifying our foundation course. And one for foundation course, our IELTS requirement is UKVI 4.5 and not below 4 in each band. And on the other hand, we are running foundation plus undergraduate joint course as well, which will be 4 years. Then the academic requirement will be same, but the IELTS requirement will be overall 6 and not below 5.5. If anyone wants to foundation plus bachelor joint case or 4 years degree jointly. And obviously our undergraduate course, our requirement is GPA 4 in HSC, and or those students will come from English medium background. They need two A-level courses at least for qualifying our bachelor courses, and the English requirement, it will be overall 6, not below 5.5 in each band. Another interesting thing is that those students will come from English background or English medium background, like O levels, A levels. So those students will get C in O levels, will waive their IELTS requirement. So they will have good option in here. So go for without IELTS. And for postgraduate courses, we need 4 years bachelor degree with CGPA 2.5 out of 4 from any recognized university in Bangladesh. And the IELTS requirement is overall for maximum courses or most of the courses we need overall 6, not below 5.5. So we can see here our requirement is very, very flexible in terms of like courses or like other universities.
Yeah, definitely. For master's course, we know that the maximum requirement of the university is 6.5.
Yep.
For 6.5, minimum 6. But Cardiff Metropolitan quite 5 band is less, and that is, I will tell you that that's big opportunity for them. So, Ajay bhai, I want to know that in this situation, you know that IELTS exam is a little bit tough for the students. So,
Yeah.
are you taking any alternative of IELTS right now, like Duolingo or Doctorability?
It's like not confirmed yet which test or which alternative we are taking at the moment. Still, university management team, they are deciding. But if anyone has any alternative test score or result, they can submit their application to us, or they can forward me the application or document, and we can assess. We can make a decision. We'll take it or not. But hopefully the TOEFL is acceptable, PT is acceptable. Hopefully Duolingo will be acceptable as well. As we can see, most of the UK universities, they are accepting. Not only most of the UK, as well the other countries universities, they are accepting
Exactly.
this result as well. So hopefully our
Yeah,
university
yeah.
will accept that.
That's good. Okay, so Ajay bhai, can you take few question from the viewers?
Yeah, sure. Please carry on.
Okay, so Asif Shikdar, he's asking that is there any internal English language test?
Yes, we have an internal English language test that is providing or offering by third party. That is GETS, it's called, and we are not providing that internal test for South Asian students at all. Previously we did, but this test is very, very hard compared to IELTS or rather than other courses, other tests. So that's why we are not interested to provide that course in Bangladesh or in South Asia.
Okay. So another question. I think lots of people asking about this thing that on-campus job opportunities facilities.
So yeah, yesly, obviously we have very few on-campus job opportunities in cafes or support center or libraries, but that will be very few, and there will be big queue. Whenever a student wants to do one campus job, like part-time job, that student need to contact with their career or the relevant department center that they're interested to apply for their part-time job, and they can submit their CV. Obviously there will be big queue. Okay, and the out-campus job opportunity, if I can say, Cardiff is a very, very modern city, and it's a capital city, and hopefully it's the top within the top 10 in Europe with among the capital cities. So there is very, very good options for part-time jobs for our students. We can see previously those students went or joined in our university. They got job within 2-3 weeks after going there. So job is very much available in Cardiff area.
Okay, so another question that I think that is very common question for Bansi student. How long gap study actually you accept? Academic would accept.
So for foundation, we don't accept any gap. It has to be like within 1 year. More than 1 year, we don't accept for foundation. And for bachelor, somehow we accept highest 2 years gap, but he or she has to be submitted the proper documentation why he has 2 years gap, or he has to be in a running student in somewhere in university or colleges. For masters, we accept not more than 5 years gap. So if any student completed their bachelor in 2016, then we take those students. But before 15, we normally don't accept that application or that student. Only particular few courses we have that we can consider like more than 5 years gap. That is like applied public health, occupational health and safety, biomedical science. There's some few courses, and as well some sports courses, sports management courses. So we take like a longer gap, but in general courses, highest 5 years we consider.
Okay, so Ajay bhai, just I want to ask that uh, for the study cap. Okay, so you're the international officer actually, so you know very well. We agency we try to provide the information as much we know to the students. So today you are in the studio, so that is the chance for them. For the personal
Sure.
statement, do you look for any kind of special things in the personal statement that could be helpful for the students while they're writing in personal statement?
So I cannot hear your question properly. Can you repeat it, please?
For personal statement, are you look for a specific point or special things you want to mention that we should the student should improve while writing a personal statement or should mention clearly?
So obviously, only the academic and IELTS requirement is not the only thing to accept it for the programs. The personal statement, it plays always a vital role. I can say more than 60% the role playing for the personal statement to accept it for that courses. So we are looking what actually students' intention, what he has previous education or skills or knowledge, and what sort of job knowledge or work experience he has, and what he will do after finishing his graduation or masters or bachelor. So what actually his intention mainly, in the future goals. So all these 3 or 4 points we mainly looking for in personal statement, and it has to be like well organized written, more informative.
Okay, thank you. So for the viewers, I want to tell you that the TCL Global, you know that is UK-based consultancy firm based in Portsmouth, and we have office in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. Now we have office in Bangladesh. You know we have two offices in Dhaka and Sylhet. So for Bangladeshi students, if you have any queries, you can visit our office physically after the lockdown, right time, just stay at home. And for any queries, we have the contact number showing in the scroll, and we have the email address. You can contact with the email address also. And I also want to mention you that very soon we're going to launch virtual education fair. So it will be welcome for everyone. You can contact with us for the virtual fair. The council international officer of different university will be there, so you can contact with them. We will arrange spot admission. So just stay tuned with TCL Global all time. We'll be update you very soon and very shortly. So Ajay bhai, so different question. I think if we go for information, sometimes it may be boring for the viewers. So as we know that you are also graduated from your experience, is there any difference from that time and this time for the UK study?
So obviously, UK is one of the best place to live and to study for Bangladeshi students. Not only Bangladeshi students, like from all over the world, student is going to study over there. And the thing is that UK and is very user friendly. Most of the cities they're very user friendly, and like it's student will not feel like uncomfortable, rather than like some Australia or USA. There's like long distance the shop, they cannot find the shop in nearby, or like a very less people living there. But in UK it's not like that. It's feeling very comfortable, and most of the people they are very cooperative in UK. So when I started there, that time was the different situation. I went there in a recession time, and at that time, like there was a very few job opportunity over there, and we struggled a lot, and hopefully we survived. And nowadays the difference, I don't think so. There will be not that much difference. Like they are already developed country, and their system they have like well organized system, so mainly everything they are running on systematically. So I don't think so there will be much or massive changes this time. But one thing student will feel, when I started there, that time lots of international student was there, but this time very limited student is there, and there will be very few competition or less competition for job and any other things in UK. So they will feel like a more comfortable this time student over there.
Yeah, we know that in Bangladesh there's a very scenario, common scenario that they're looking for USA, Canada, Australia, but very few choice for UK. But as from my point of view, actually, I think that the UK education system and standard is more higher than the other countries' education system. So that could be the one very great reason for the interest for the UK, I think. So the accommodation system, that is a very important thing for the students when they live there. So would you please specify something about the accommodation on campus and off campus?
So yes, thank you. This is a very good point and good question. So we have very good accommodation facilities in our campus. We have more than 1,000 accommodation rooms for our students, that is national students, European and international, both while they are living together. And our accommodation cost is very cheap as well. So if a student wants to go for our university accommodation hall, then they have to pay at least £470 per month, inclusive of all bills. Okay, and all of our accommodation facilities is surrounding the campus. Okay, even most of the accommodation buildings within our campus. So they don't
That's
need
really
to
great.
travel far away from accommodation to university campus. So they can work and they can join their classes within 5 minutes. So that will be another good, very good option. And if a student wants to live privately in private hall, we have that option as well, and the cost will be a little bit more. It will be £680 per month, inclusive of all bills. And another part is like privately rented house or accommodation. If a student wants to go for privately rented accommodation, that will be more suitable for Bangladeshi students compared to cost. No, as I mentioned before on the beginning, that Cardiff is the most cheapest city, student city in UK, and I can say number one cheapest city in UK for students. So if any students wants to go for privately rented room or house, then like somehow in a big room or in a standard room, live one bedroom, two student can occupy and they want to live there. So hardly they have to pay £200 or £250, highest £250. They can like maintain their all cost, including accommodation, living cost, including food, including travel cost, including bills. So very cheap is there. And if a student wants to stay like privately rented accommodation, our accommodation department, they have a very good team to support our international students. So we have some good policy for our international students, mainly for South Asian students. If a student wants to choose a privately rented accommodation, and if they wants to stay 5 or 7 days or highest 10 days, so we can arrange for them like temporary accommodation in our accommodation building, from our university. So and our university personnel or accommodation department can help those students to find out their rooms or house. So we have lots of known uh, landlords, or you can say the agencies collaborating with us. So we can refer them easily, and they will accept their or they will be interested to provide like a contract to our students directly. So here will be very, very good option for our students. They don't need to worry about where they will stay primarily. They don't need to look for their friends or family members or relatives over there or in a hotel. So we can provide them 5 to 10 days temporary accommodation facilities.
That's really great. Okay, so Ajay, I will mention something about the transport facilities, airport facilities. I'm asking like that for comparing to London, how closest to London and how closest to other city. Just a little bit concept for the students.
So if I can say like transport cost in a Cardiff area. So our university is located in it's the middle of the city, in the main middle of the cities, and we have 3 campuses currently in Cardiff area. So in Cardiff city, the travel mainly people depends on bus. So there is various route buses going there, and it takes only 25 to 30 minutes so going each corner of city to another corner. So it's very easy to go anywhere in the Cardiff city within 30 minutes. And the bus passes, unlimited bus passes for a month, it costs only for students is £30. So it's very cheap over there for a travel cost. And the distance from the other city and from Cardiff or from our university. So first of all, from London, it takes only 2 hours by train, and it not so far, I can say, only 2 hours journey by train from London. And from Birmingham as well, it takes only 2 hours. And from Manchester, if anyone wants to travel in Manchester, it takes 3 hours by train. And the more closest city, like nearest city, is Bristol. It takes only 40 minutes by train.
Is there any international airport in Cardiff?
Yes, there is an international airport in Cardiff city, but I don't think so. From Bangladesh, there will be direct flight, but students have to be take connecting flight, or they have to travel first in London, and after that they can travel by train to Cardiff.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Ajay, can you try to show another video of Cardiff Met?
Sure, I can try with the video if it works this time. So just wait. So, okay, boy, is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Ajay, I want to ask last few questions to you like that for the NOI certificate. You know that is there
My
any
name is
policy for Cardiff
Tania
Met University?
from Bangladesh, and I have moved in the UK in London 2000.
Sorry, second bhai. Skip that.
I'm asking you that are you accepting MOI certificate for Bangladeshi student?
I didn't get yet.
MOI, medium of instruction.
Okay, medium of instruction. No, we don't accept medium of instruction at all from South Asia. Mainly for Bangladeshi student, we don't take MOI. So obviously,
And
we
for
need IELTS or alternative sort of test to get the like unconditional offer.
and in this current situation, is there any policy about the reference letter or recommendation letter? You know that
So
everyone is in
recommendation letter, obviously we need one recommendation letter from employer or the academic faculty, and if anyone don't have right now the like reference letter or IELTS, so they can contact with TCL Global directly. The students, you guys can contact with TCL Global, and you can submit their papers with them, and they can apply. And obviously we'll look at and we'll issue the conditional offer first whenever the possible to provide that document, then after that student can provide easily to us.
Okay, that's good. So, do you want to share something about this COVID-19 situation for the students? Do you have any advice for them?
So yes, I will suggest a student please contact with TCL Global with your documents and submit your application for your desired courses. Again, don't delay. Just submit your application with TCL Global and secure your scholarship soon, because we have some certain limitations for scholarship as this is granted scholarship for Bangladeshi students, and we have some certain number that we can produce this scholarship. So don't delay, just submit your application, whatever you have the documents with us, and we'll look at and we'll issue the conditional offer.
Okay, that's great. And so, for the viewers, I hope you enjoy the session today with us with Cardiff Metropolitan University. And last of all, I want to add that you know that in this situation, actually, that is the time we have to help the others. They're actually in the needful situation. And you know that TCL Global, they have a sister concern, TCL Global Care. We're trying to help these people who are very needful in that time. We're also trying to help the international students of Portsmouth. So we're trying our best, and we hope you also step ahead to help as much as possible for these people. And we also hats off to those real heroes, you know, that doctor, nurse, and the armed forces. They really trying their best to give the protection for us. So please cooperate with them and stay tuned with TCL Global. Stay at home. And last, I think Ajada, we can show them some student experience video
Yes,
and
we have some interest Bangladeshi students interview session with the Cardiff Met, and our viewers can see that video as well. So finally, viewers, try to stay home with your beloved family members and stay safe. I can say if not needed, then don't go outside. So thank you, viewers. Just please see our videos, and here it will be our session. Thank you.
okay, and thank you Ajay for joining with us this in the session. Thank you very much. So viewers, the videos is for you from Mr. Ajay.
50. I bought is very expensive for me.
Sakiba, it's working.
And then I
No, it's
researched.
not showing in the screen.
At first, I attended the open day, and then whenever I've been here, I feel like
We
yes,
can hear only
yes,
audio. There's no video.
yeah, this is my place to study. I advise, but my name is.
It's
It's
working.
working
Ajay.
now.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
In UK in London 2015. I bought is really expensive for me in London, and then I researched and I found like at first I attended the open day, and then whenever I've been here, I feel like yes, this is place for me, and yeah, this is my place to study. I advise all international students are coming here, especially for lectures. They are much, much friendly. They are helpful. They are always wants to know what's your problem. How can I help? They are like happy to help you. Everything is available. You don't need to struggle with your assignment because like, if you struggle with the assignments, there are also activities here to help you. and the library is too good. I think it's too good. IT sector is really well. They are much more helpful. Anything happens, they understand. So in a word, everything is so easy here. Life is easy. Student life is easy. Everything is easy here. My course is BA Accounting undergraduation is all about accountancy. Like module is financial reporting, financial management, performance management, and audit and assurance. And another one is business law. Audit and assurance is I'm enjoying much more. It's quite different. It's like you big company and then you need to assurance your company is going through its well or not. So yeah, it's really interesting and critical. You have to think critically. Yeah. You have to find big companies point. So it's not yeah. So I really love it. Cardiff City, and then you can get find everything together. If you want to go halal shop, you can find it very quick, and then small city. So you don't have to run everywhere. You can save you time. You can get everything together. The Cardiff is the most accessible places for students because you can get your job, whatever 20 hours job, you can find very quick in here. And then for accommodation cost, it's cheaper in here. Coming from here, and then yes, yeah, that's the place you can make your dream in real. That's it.
So, thank you, viewers, for joining with us for this session. And if anyhow, if you miss this session, so don't worry. Here is our number, contact number. You can contact with us, or you can email us admission@talipconsultancy.co.uk. And after lockdown, you can visit us, Dhaka office or Sylhet office. And I want to ensure that TCL Global is working with 70 plus university right now. That's the huge number of university, I believe, the any other agency is working with right now. And most important thing, we have an expert counseling team, visa compliance team, and we have totally free of charge. We don't take any charge from the students for any of service. And you know that we have our own pickup system when students arrive to the UK. So we try to arrange the system. We also try to help them as much possible for their part-time job. So please stay tuned with our channel, TCL Global Bangladesh pages, and hopefully next day we'll come again with another session. So stay tuned. And very soon we'll update you about the virtual fair. And hopefully, Ajay Bhai, we hope that you'll also join with us the virtual fair. We'll also get to know
Inshallah,
about it.
inshallah.
So thank you again for joining with this session. And thank you, viewers. I hope you enjoyed the session.
So thank you, Sakib Bhai, and thank you mainly the TCL Global team for inviting me here as a guest, and thank you viewers for staying with us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Stay home and stay safe.